Hey guys, can y'all hear me? I think y'all can. I'm not sure anymore. Sorry for my tardiness. Usually I'm on time with what I do, but I ran over a little bit in my last meeting I had. Just a little update. I normally like to stay on topic on here, but I'm just finding out that the water is coming back on in our part of town. So that is on East Wallsford Road. So check that out on NMB News Facebook page. Um, wow, what a week it has been for everyone. So hello everybody, welcome to my live stream. If it's your first time, welcome. I like to keep it uh, cornbread and bean around here, family friendly, stuff like that. Y'all are waiting for a very important announcement. Again, I am so sorry for being late. So I know y'all been waiting on me. I see y'all's chat, the live chat. So what is the big announcement? A lot of ministers in my life before I started doing what I do professionally, which is the news business. They have told me about my calling, and they have offered some kind of a suggestion, some advice. They've trained. I'm not ordained. I will be becoming ordained here soon, but um, when ministers take time out of their busy schedule to sit down and talk with you for a few moments and discuss what your future should be like and what you should become and what God wants you to be, um, you need to take heart of that. And I've done my time, going to different or various cities and towns, just getting trained up and being under somebody's umbrella to to minister to somebody. Back in the day, I used to minister to homeless people back in Oklahoma City. That's back in the day. I mean, that's my good old day. Um, but when ministers tell you something from God, you need to pay attention. So I walked away from ministering a few times in my life, just because the stuff that you hear from people is enough to make you pull away sometimes and just stand back and just it's something that you don't need to take lightly of. And you know a person like me, been in the news business since 2002, been in ministry a few times in my life, ministering the word of God. um, that's that's something. That's a good portfolio in itself. So earlier this week, I was praying and seeking God about what is my next chapter in life. I'm still going to do what I do for news on the side, but when the landlord wants or the property manager wants to kick you out, it's time to really pray and sit down and pray. Um, so we're kind of wanting to stay in town, but we're kind of looking for a place to stay as well. We're on fixed income. We'll talk about that later in another video, but you know how that is. But when something came up earlier today, before I had a meeting with somebody, um, a church name was brought up in my spirit. Jesus um, did not have walls when he ministered to the lost and hurting world. Sometimes he went in a temple, yes, but at the same time, when he was ministering in the streets or in the roads, there ain't no walls outside, right? Amen. So, hi Christine, how you doing? Anyways, when you think of something like that, What do you think of? Just ask yourself that. So I thought about this and I thought long and hard about it. And why not? You know, why not answer your call? Yes, our water is back on, and also our electricity and cable. Wow, wow, before Friday too. Anyways, let me get back to my subject here. Um, I'll be praying for y'all, for sure. If y'all don't have y'all's water or electricity on, I know y'all been going through some hard times, even with the grocery store going bozo. But I'm going to be answering my call, of ministry. I am going to answer my call in ministry. That's where I'm going to go at. I'm still going to do these videos, of course, connect with y'all. Still going to do NMB news on the side, but I'm not going to minister for the money. I'm not in it for the money. You see these food banks offering food to the ones that really need it, and some of these food banks is like one time only. I'm like, come on, really? And I went to one of those banks before, and some of those uh, food banks require ID. I'm like, come on, COVID-19 gone cuckoo, and now we have a hard freeze. If I open up a church, like I think I will, and I know I will, I have a YouTube channel and a separate YouTube channel for that, and also a separate Facebook page on that. We're going to do it online at first, then we're going to move on to opening up a actual building. What we're going to do is have our own food bank, and we want to service anybody in need. And I don't care how many times you come, no ID required. Jesus, I have a question. Did Jesus do that? If he didn't, then why should we? The church should be there to help the community no matter what. So we're going to have our own food bank. And on top of that, I stayed at a church once in my life that had a homeless shelter in the back of the church, a actual homeless shelter, and we housed about maybe 12 people, give and take. And I was a music minister for that church, and I've been thinking about that. Why not for Baytown? It's a big one. I know there's permits involved. I know there's city ordinance, but on top of that, what would Jesus do? Ask you that. It's just a simple question. What would Jesus do? And having a food bank and then a homeless shelter on top of that, why not? Let's start small, work big, and that's what God wants. You don't hear me talk about God enough on this YouTube channel, but it's time for me to step in and do what God show me and ask me to do. You know, with my family and I, about to be homeless here in a matter of a few weeks, it's gonna suck. We're on a fixed income, less than $800 a month. So it sucks. Um, and we have special needs children. So when you put everything all together, it's really time to seek God on something, so God can open doors in your behalf and go forth and do what you're called to do. There is a question: would you perform weddings? Of course. Why not? Once I get ordained, which I will here soon, um, we're going to do some weddings. You can hire me. I'll probably just do it for free. I'm not in it for the money. I'm there to help the community. You don't hear a lot of church saying a lot of churches saying that. Most of the churches are there to collect tithes and offering. And you might get fed, might not get fed. I'm there to teach you the Word of God the way you need to be taught, so you can pick up something for your season which you're in. So, I'm there to be a service. I'm not there to accept money. Yeah, money's good. I have to pay property taxes and whatnot, but I'm not there for the money. I'm there to help you, and that's what Jesus wants me to do. Oh my gosh, that rhymed. Anyways, any more questions? I'll do weddings. I'll do funerals. I'm gonna be open for anything. Um, so I think that's it for now. There's a separate Facebook page, separate YouTube channel. Um, I just put the Facebook page in the description. That's why it took me a little bit longer as well. So let me fix me before I fix y'all. I gotta find a place to stay, along with my 4 kids. I mean, technically my 2 kids. Thomas Weaver asked, "Do you have a place yet to minister?" We're gonna do Baytown. Um, Probably old Baytown, pretty much. God is probably sending me to that area right now because I know a lot of people need a little bit of spiritual guidance. So Old Baytown will probably be the place to start at, and we'll progress into something bigger and better. But right now, let me fix me. I gotta find a place to stay with my 2 children, my wife, um, and then I'm gonna fix y'all. I gotta take care of my priorities first. The online services, we're gonna do online for a little while. That y'all get let y'all get a get used to me, and then we're gonna look into a place for sure. Um, I don't like talking about tithe and offering, but it is crucial that you have to give 10% to the church. And we'll talk about that in one of the lessons I'll be discussing on my YouTube channel here soon. But again, I'm not for the money. Y'all know me pretty well enough to know that I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it to glorify God and, put something underneath my feet and something over my head. But I'm not in it for the money. Never have, never will. So thank you for hanging on for a little bit. I'm sorry for running behind. Y'all know me. I'm always on time. I had to take care of some business before I came to life. So weddings, funerals, we'll be looking for a place, stuff like that. Listen, I have a question for y'all, or a mission for y'all. Pretty much a mission. And I know some missions are impossible, but some are possible. Um, I don't like to talk about my personal life. Dang it, but I'm going to in this video only. Look, I have horrible credit, to a point where apartments and property management and landlords will not um, accept me in their property. I owe $1,000 something to Avalon Bay in Baytown. They put me through collections, so we're having a hard time finding a place. They just made up a false claim, and now we can't hardly find a place. Listen, if you have any idea where we can stay at till we get our feet back up, until Chloe finishes her school, she's in 2nd grade, going on 3rd. You know how that is, and it's towards the end of the school year. We're looking for a place to stay. We don't want to do the homeless shelter. My kids are special needs, so they'll get COVID pretty quickly. and they will not survive. I will tell you that. Um, so it's rough trying to find a place during COVID. It is, especially to work with your income. Look, we need a place or a place to crash. If you have a guest house or a trailer or extra trailer that you're looking for somebody to uh, venture into, please look me up. We're looking for a place. We don't want to spend thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. We just need a place to stay, a roof, and uh, four walls. A sink, of course, refrigerator, oven. We need something. Um, I need to get my feet back on the ground. That's hard for me right now because I have a disability myself. Some of you, or not all of you, know what my disability is, but I will go ahead and mention it on here. Um, Back in 2012, I went into a procedure known to be a heart cath procedure. Don't worry, they didn't find nothing. So praise God on that. They went at my groin. When they did that, somewhere from my hip down, they pinched a nerve. So I have a severe case of nerve damage and from the waist down. So I can't work any job. I wish I can. Um, there is no cure for it, and I'm used to it. I accepted that. So that's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do for the community. Um, to go forth and do what I do. It's not easy. It will never be an easy job. So with that, me being a homeless shelter won't turn out pretty good because I have a low immune system right now. I'm slowly building it up with vitamins and minerals and whatnot. Um, so if y'all have an extra place or know of a property owner or a manager willing to cut us a break, please have them contact me directly through my Facebook page. Y'all know where I'm at. I don't look at my emails when you email the publisher. I don't look at those emails. I get a lot of emails through there, so I have somebody else taking care of that for me. But how about y'all message me through Twitter or on Facebook and let me know, or have them contact me pretty quickly. Um, I'm praying to God that they waive the deposit and the next month and the last month's rent, um, and the application fee and whatnot. I'm praying for that. But if you know of a place or have a place, look me up. I need something pretty quick, if you know what I mean. There's a question about the protest. We have not had it yet because of what just happened uh, this week. I do need someone to take charge over that, just because of conflict of interest reasons. So I talked to the sheriff, Ed Gonzalez himself, via Twitter, private message. He told me if y'all just stay off the road, y'all be fine. Just walk on both sides of the road, but remain off the road. Y'all can protest, but we need y'all to go ahead and start protesting. Y'all can do it every day. I don't care. Freedom of speech is y'all's equal right. Y'all know that. Y'all know I don't speak a lot about that, just because of professional reasons. But I'm for the First Amendment. Y'all know that now. So I need one of y'all to take charge of the protest. Whoever wants to, let me know, and let's get it going. I have eviction court next week on the 24th. If we get evicted, I don't know where I'm going to go. That's the thing. We don't have money for a hotel, as you know. We can't go to a homeless shelter because of COVID. So, um, why don't y'all help me out a little bit? Um, it's like, how can I say this? Treat others like you want to be treated right back. Help others like you wanted to be helped right back. Um, Thank you for, yeah, it's NMB News on Facebook. I also have another Facebook page with my name on it. I think I have that in the description below as well, and as well as Twitter. I know I changed a lot of times on my Facebook and Twitter. I'm just gonna leave it like it is now. I like it. A lot of people's getting used to it, so I'm gonna leave it like it is. What else? So help me find a place. Two children and my wife. I do not currently have a church to help us. Um, I used to have a church called Hillside over in Mount Bellevue. They're getting kind of picky now, so they'll help a few times, and after that, they'll cut you loose. They helped us with food um, and other resources, but they will not help with housing. They actually did help with housing twice when we were first in a hotel when we first arrived back from New York, but after that they cut us loose. So um, I do not have a church home right now. Um, so there you go. So if y'all can help me, I have a great deal of followers on my Twitter, Facebook, and on YouTube. If one of y'all or all y'all can join up together and start looking, helping me look and talking to people and whatnot, we need to get our family into a new home before I start ministering to y'all. I'm looking at May of 2021 of our grand opening of our online church. Uh, is the Red Cross there helpful? They're kind of picky right now. They won't. They will only help if you have a fire, pretty much. I don't want to set this place on fire. I'm not like that. Um, they're the Salvation Army kind of is picky right now. They're kind of hurting for money as well, and resources is pretty tight because of the winter and COVID. Um, so Thomas, thank you so much. Um, Thomas, will you please email me when you get a chance? The email is, or Facebook me when you get a chance, or Twitter me. Um, if you find out something, please. Um, but I have till next week to figure out what we're going to do in case the judge goes ahead and signs the order to evict this. So we're probably going to lose 100% of our stuff in this move. Honestly, it is a good idea to start fresh from where we're at right now. You see a lot of reviews about where we're at, and it's true. All of it's true. I never misled y'all. I will never lead y'all. My dad was military. He was a United States Marine. So, with that being said, the U.S. Marines don't take crap, and their motto. They're pretty tough. Coming from a military family, my dad expected for me to be upfront, honest, and treat people with respect. So, with that being said, there is a question about Waverly. Next week, I have another live video coming out with that decision. my wife, y'all haven't met her yet. She has her own Facebook page. She helps me with NB News sometimes, but her family is in Waverly. There is an issue right now with that. With it being the end of the school year, and now we're looking at COVID. There is a 2 week mandatory quarantine when you travel to from this state to New York, which is Waverly, where she's from. So there's a mandatory 2 week quarantine. We don't have that type of money unless somebody surprisingly um, gives us travel expenses, and then we can go up there. Um, VA. What about the VA? I can't. My dad passed away. I couldn't serve in the military because of medical reasons. Um, I hate medical stuff. It's too complicated. Um, yeah, I wanted to serve in the military. Um, U.S. Army, by the way. Um, the Army gets all that pretty much, and they're pretty straightforward when it comes to attacking the enemy. Um, so I was looking at a few other military services, and I was like, I passed the test, but I did not pass the physical. The physical pretty much sent me back home. So there you go. But we're willing to move to New York at the last resort. But we really want to stay in Baytown, Texas, as much as we can, or until Chloe graduates second grade. We really don't want to hold Chloe back a grade, guys. But at the same time, I do understand that sometimes you have to make a decision which you don't want to go for. And I want to make that decision at the last second. So I'm getting my affairs in order, but at the same time, if that last second comes around and we have to make that decision about Waverly, New York, um, we will make that decision. But we do not have travel expenses. We want to take an airplane because it's faster. We looked into the bus system, the Greyhound bus. Um, it was a good idea at first, but it's going to take 2 days. We love travel. We really love to travel. But traveling state to state is an issue right now because of COVID. And we want to go there pretty quick, like within 1 day. My dad was in the Marines, United States Marines. So, I mean, I'm willing to move wherever y'all send me. I mean, send us pretty much. It's so easy to open up a independent news source in that local area where Miss Christine has suggested. Um, y'all know I'm pretty much familiar with the news business, but at the same time, I need to put my affairs in order first. So we're willing to move wherever y'all send us, but y'all need to think about the 2 week quarantine. It's gonna be rough. Morgan, she already said that she don't want to stick in the house for 2 weeks or stick in the same place for 2 weeks. She's a tough one, tough little kitty. But y'all know. But we're willing to move there, Christine, if y'all can help us. Um, or anywhere else. We did find a house in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, last night on a web search. Um, just a basic web search on a website, one of those renter house deals. 2 bedrooms for almost $600 a month. It's a 2 bedrooms, not bad for that price for inner city stuff. So we're willing to take Greyhound if it's the last resort, but we want to take an airplane. Quick, quick response, quick results. Um, so that's going to cost a little bit of money. Um, the we found a house in Sarah, Pennsylvania that requires the last month, this month, and a deposit. Um, I was honest about that. I don't know if it's still on the market. I think it was a three-bedroom house, and we were able to afford that one. And it was about maybe 2 blocks from Guthrie Hospital in Sarah, Pennsylvania. So that's really close, and that's what we needed. Um, if I wanted to go work in the hospital again, I worked in the hospital a few times in my life as a dietary cook. I cook a lot around here. Y'all know that. So whatever y'all do, whatever y'all can think of, please let me know. But when it comes to the 2 week quarantine, y'all need to know it's gonna be rough on us as well as my daughter. If I have to homeschool my daughter for the rest of the year, it's never too late to do a homeschool. I've been researching on that sometimes during the week when I'm not playing Star Trek Fleet Command or dealing with videos. Um, yeah, Southwest has really low rates. Yeah, they do actually. Yes, I agree, Christine. COVID is. I saw the new rates coming out of Charlotte County just today. It's climbing. Um, it's climbing. It's sad, but I haven't left this house as much as I wanted to. That's why I haven't got the COVID. My wife has not get the COVID, and my kids did not get the COVID since we listened to the government officials. And if we have to go out, take the precautions recommended by the CDC. Oh, great! No, it sounds like I've been working in the news doing that broadcast. Anyways, COVID is real bad in Waverly. I agree. Um, she has family up there, so anywhere else can help us get. Um, let's make it happen. Um, I don't like to beg. I'm not a beggar, but this is serious stuff we're undergoing. Um, I mean, if there's a place in Houston or in Virginia or Maryland, God forgive us for saying Washington D.C., but Washington D.C. Um, or Alaska or whatever. Let's make things happen. Daytona is our first choice. Y'all know that. Houston's our second. Dickerson, Texas is our third. Um, Galveston's our fourth. We love Galveston, even though it's dirty out there. But our last resort is always Waverly. It's getting to that point where we have to make that decision, and I think my wife does not want to make that decision real fast, if you know what I mean. That's a drastic move, and we want to get in our own place before we actually move there. So we can go ahead and start the 2 week quarantine as soon as we arrived. Southern Maryland, good idea. I heard that is a great region out there in the southern tier of Maryland. So I'm able to move out there. Um, if y'all have trailers or guest house, whatever, let me know. I'm up to grabs, man. I mean, I'm able to do whatever right now. Um, I don't like to brag about my personal life, but you know me. I'm a normal citizen, but I like to keep quiet, keep private, stuff like that. The one I will be honest, what the other meeting was about before I came live. We were having problems with our SNAP benefits. with the state. Um, with the freeze, I understand there was a freeze here. It was bad. Oh gosh. Finally getting water back, by the way. I contacted one of my friends with the state that works in Austin. Um, I think I posted that email on my private Facebook account, by the way. And one of my good friends. And let's just say they're investigating what was the holdup. As we sent out our paperwork, even the proof of address, Social Security stuff, all of that, and they denied us at first. So I contacted one of my friends with the state, told him what the problem was. He immediately looked into it. Today we got 2 calls from the state level about the issue. So we've been doing without food and water a lot of times, just because of that. And whatever's been donated to us, um, it went directly to food and water. Yes, we would love to go to Alaska. I was actually looking at that, by the way, last night. Morgan does not work. She's on Social Security disability. She receives her monthly checks or monthly payments through Social Security Administration. But Texas food stamps, let's get back to that. So within 24 hours, we'll be back on food stamps because the paperwork was lost. They admitted that the application was in review, but it got lost. And the secretary of a friend I know that I communicated with first called me and apologized for the entire agency, saying, "We're sorry this happened. Our agency is something like that." She really was professional and she apologized for the whole entire agency because of the paperwork was lost and the shovel and reviews. So you know how the state goes sometimes, but we're able to move to Alaska. We're able to move anywhere y'all send us around. Um, I always actually wanted to travel to Alaska. Some of y'all don't know about that. I have a friend out in Alaska, by the way. Went to school with my friend out that moved to Alaska. So we're moving. We want to move wherever. Nevada, Colorado. Colorado is nice about this time. I've been hearing Boulder, Colorado is beautiful. Denver's awesome. Some places. California, we want to stay out of that area because of the earthquakes. Um, it's going to get bad here soon when it's summertime. Um, let's see. Florida. Actually have somebody that lives in Florida. My stepmother lives out in Florida, by the way. Um, that's who my dad was married to before he passed away. But right now she's not accepting any visitors because of COVID. But I think that's a good place out there too, but a little bit pricey. But I understand it's a tourist trap. We're able to move to Maryland, anywhere in Maryland, anywhere in the United States except from California. We want to stay away from that fault line as much as possible. Washington State is pretty good. Been hearing some good reviews about Seattle, Washington lately. They've been picking up on some good stuff lately. Oh, Jesus. We were looking at New York, the Big Apple, as well. We were looking at a few other places. So uh, I'm willing to work, but it has to be a job that is able to help me or work with my disability from the waist down. I'm not in a wheelchair yet, but I had some incidents earlier this week and last week that was scary. Um, so I think a wheelchair is coming up here soon. Don't want to confirm that just yet. My disability is untreated. So it progressed pretty worse over the years since 2012. Um, it hurts. Both my legs hurt. Sometimes it throbs. Sometimes, like a couple days ago, I actually felt my knee on my right leg. It felt like the nerves are going crazy underneath my kneecap, and that's never a good sign. I love cold weather. It actually helps me, actually, and a lot of people don't know that. So whatever y'all can do, please help. Please help. This is a Mayday call. Um, I don't like to do a Mayday calls on here, but I just did a Mayday call. Um, Oregon is a nice place. I have a friend out in Oregon. Um, I haven't talked to for a very long time, so that's a good place. Uh, if you Hey, Mr. Weaver, if you can contact that friend in New York, see what he has available or what he knows, um, he or she, or if that person can help us out, um, you know what to do. You know how to contact me as well. Um, so we have family in New York, pretty much, and Cuyahoga County, and we would like to be out there by April if we had to go that route because of Easter. Last time Morgan saw her dad was about a year ago when we visited up there. Um, but wait, about a year and a half ago. I know she wants to see her dad. I know she wants to see her brother and other family. So you know how that goes. But let's focus on what we need to focus on. Move us to wherever. We're gonna lose a lot of crap. Thank God we are. But our Bibles are coming, like our Holy Bible, of course, and uh, other paperwork. I want to get. It's just stuff that we don't need. I know we ain't going to carry a lot. We're going to only pack two big suitcases, and that's it. Um, I have a driver license, by the way. Um, so I owe Enterprise a lot of money, by the way. Don't ask how much. They claimed a lot of bull crap against me, saying I owed a lot of money for damages. Which people like me, I drive safe. I really do. I drive at the speed. I pay attention. 360. Stay off my cell phone as much as possible. Wait, I never on my cell phone. If I have to, it's for Google Maps, by the way, or GPS. Finding me a desk job is actually right now kind of I need help with that. Um, I've been trying to look for somebody that can help me find a job actually, um, because I do not know how to find me a good job. Just lame jobs. So that's kind of that sucks for me. But I want a good job, a desk job actually. Y'all know what I'm good at. Um, Pretty much, I can work a desk job. I miss doing housekeeping. I miss doing everything. So anything would help us. Anything. So Christine, I can find a desk job. Just have to know where to find one. I used to have a person that helped me before I created this one channel, helped me find jobs, and that person quit. Um, that person wanted money to help me find a job. So wow, um, pretty much I need help. You know what I mean? I need help, a lot of help. Always been self-supported. Always had a job. So y'all know that now. Before I worked for NMB News, I always had money in my pocket. Enough money to pay bills, pay rent, help my wife as needed, purchase diapers for the kids, and you know, my daughter is a special need. And when I say a special need, it's a bold topic, and it's a very bold topic, and I don't like to discuss a lot of stuff on here, just for their privacy. Um, but because of her being special needs, she's still in pull-ups. That's how serious her special needs are. We live in an area that is combined with a lot of allergies and mold and pollen, um, which that causes a lot of problems for my wife and I. Um, so we're used to the Waverly, New York area, or the Finger Lakes region. When you look at Finger Lakes, that's a big region. That's Horseheads, Elmira, um, and the other small towns in that area. Um, we're used to that atmosphere. I spent about a few years up there, and I got used to the clean air. And the pollen and the allergens up there I got used to, but when we came back down here, we got all screwed up. We are in a low income housing project right now. What I mean by that is it is a tax subsidized HUD apartment complex that they're trying to get us kicked out of. We attempted to look into another one in Baytown. Um, we went through all the application process, and then the office managers say, "Hey, we have a problem here. Your credit's bad because I owe so much to Avalon Bay, and they're not going to take it off at all." And I've been fighting with them countless hours to take it off. So it sucks. It really sucks. But I don't think we're getting the fair housing treatment in our area, just because of that, and being low income as well. We looked at other few properties here in town, and on top of that, they want it 2 or 3 times more than rent. When you don't make that much, you're practically being discriminated on because you don't make enough money to live anywhere, pretty much. You have to go in low income, pretty much. I just want the best for my children, guys. Honestly, I really want the best for my children. Um, I can't afford a lot of stuff. So we just want to go somewhere. Um, if y'all can help. I'm not begging, but I'm pleading. This is a Mayday call. Yes, high humidity does not help. I agree with you. I'm a native Texan. I've always been in this area. When I was born until I got married, I always been in this area. So I'm used to this until I came back down. So that's a big step moving down here. But we should have stayed in New York, actually. In Waverly, New York, we should have stayed up there. I made that drastic choice, and I had a gut feeling something was going to happen like this. Um, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt to find out what your next season is in your life as well. Our season is coming to a close here. Y'all know that. That's why I'm doing this one video live with y'all. Been with y'all for 49 minutes, running a little bit late. But we want to go somewhere that's able to help us be successful in life. That's us. Always been successful. Um, a success is not a failure. Uh, Never been a failure in life. Always been successful. Um, Even though my teeth is bad and I have a disability, but I never give up. I always go fearless. Um, I think that's a God-given view right there. But again, if y'all can help, let's do it. Time is running out. We don't have much time. Time is the essence. Um, I'm able to help out with food until the food stamps goes out again. When if we have to move into another state or whatnot, um, we're able to help out with food if y'all allow us to stay in y'all's guest house or trailer or whatever. Um, she doesn't want to live with other people, but right now I think she's coming to a groups that is something has to happen like that. Um, Today my sinuses are really messing up. By the way, because of the ragweed is pretty rough here. There's a side patch of ragweed between the apartment complex and the convenience store on Oleander on Wallsford Road. So that's been messing us up. Um, we're able to move anywhere. If y'all can hook us up, let's do it. Um, but I like to stay up late at night. When I say stay up late at night, that's about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm able to change that habit. Get back to my daytime routine. Sometimes my last bit of news come in at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it could be something with Ted Cruz or something, and I don't report it, and but it doesn't hurt to check. You know what I mean? We are really looking at anything right now, but y'all pray for us. Y'all really pray for us. If y'all can help, please help. If y'all have a place that you can offer, let's make it happen. Well, anyways, I gotta run. We're gonna eat chips and dip for dinner. We love you. God bless you. God bless America, and may God bless this one YouTube channel.